Alright, we're in the home stretch in our MIPS. We're grabbing Nazareth here. Not too much to do, but probably going to be a long video anyway. Down the front stretch here, we'll keep everything. I just noticed there's something here. That's a great. Man, attention to detail. Nazareth Speedway we'll keep. We'll change the Xfinity logo. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series will change. Camping World Truck Series we will change. We'll change IndyCar. We'll change all these, even though those are the logos that are, you know, those are the series that are at the track. We probably will never run those on YouTube. So, just elite job by this track curator on these the edges of this. Just trying to find any tricks he used. Looks like there's some green around that. But we're changing all those logos. We'll change this bridge. We got to figure out, we got to find where these guys are at. There's a bunch of officials around the track. But yeah, we'll change this bridge. There's a Coke can somewhere. I completely turned around. But yeah, Coke can right here. We'll change that to Yoo-Hoo. And we got just a crazy amount of billboards going down the backstretch. I mean, there's Dwight leading the pack here. Good for him. This is going to be the Schrute Farms 107. But we can keep all these signs. But Monster Energy, we'll get rid of Monster Energy. We'll put Dunder Mifflin there. But yeah, we can keep all these. It would be a daunting task to change them all, but also, I mean, let's keep the flavor of, you know, Lehigh Valley. That's Eastern Pennsylvania. I'm Western Pennsylvania, but I know Lehigh Valley's Philadelphia-ish. Wachovia. That's, I know the Flyers, that was the Wachovia Center where the Philadelphia Flyers played. So, there's a bunch of Eastern Pennsylvania flavor in those boards, so we won't mess with them. We'll bring in our own welcome fans thing here. And also actually change that when we do it. Change it from the boogity to something more plain. Just because the boogity, I even mentioned it when we were making it, like, hey, let's put a joke on here, but then that joke gets stale quick. So even boogity, that got stale quick. So probably just some kind of static NASCAR.com image or something, I don't know, with like a green square that shows that we're under green, I don't know. And then we have a Victory Lane. I'll see if we can put Pamela. See if we can put Pam and Angela from The Office in there. And we'll change this spinning Goodyear score tower. We'll change it to the Schrute Farms 107 logo. Our Jurassic Park video is here. And we're sticking with those frames sticking at the end. Simple as that. And then on the sides, probably just take that NASCAR off of there, because NASCAR is on the actual screen. So let's get to work. And I've already done a lot of the busy work, but I do have to grab the Truck Series logo, because when I was originally going through, I wasn't really diligent and I wasn't making a list of everything I saw, and I was like, did we have the Camping World TSD Camping World? I was like, did we have the Camping World logo? I don't remember seeing it, and then I didn't grab it. But the creator of this track did a fantastic job. TSD What are we doing? Camping World. 10704. That's what all the other big ones are too. You'll see. 10704. And our Nazareth is right there. And those are all transparency maps. Here's everything we're changing. We have the Coke can. He actually put a lid. I don't know if you saw my other... What is blimp? I don't know what that is. Or that's uploading right now. I actually have that uploading. Oh, video cannot be... Yeah, because I moved it. So never mind. Here's the back end. This is what everything looks like. Whatever. So I'm going to have to re-upload that. More blimps. And I got to put all the thumbnails on there still. No problem. Okay. We're off the rails already. No problem. Let's get to work. We'll save the bridge for last. Because it's going to be the grand finale. And we have all of our shroot stuff going on. This board from the track is upside down, but we're changing this to just Dunder Mifflin. And it's not going to take very long. Dunder Mifflin. Let's see if we can grab that and then the blue color. Oh yeah, we got everything we need there. Now we just need to... These are all like shaded a little bit. Not like... These are just shaded a little bit. And Dunder Mifflin might really stand out because I'm not sure exactly the formula of what these are shaded as. That should be good down there. And we'll actually bring that up one. And knock that down one. And grab the blue. Oh, we gotta flip this. Pretty much centered there. 108, 109.4. That's going to be all perfect right there. Like I said, this was... seemed like it's a little bit darker than what it should be. So maybe that. Nazareth, yes. And... I actually want that ping file on the desktop. And we'll get rid of you. Next up, yeah, we'll save the Coke. We'll do all the TSDs right now. TSD, that's an actual, that's an extra. Okay, I have an idea. TSD camp. We'll change that to sharper image. I forget who made that recommendation, but we put that on the back of his truck. Just a joke from the show. And, or no, maybe do advanced refrigeration. Because basically I accounted for all these and then TSD Camping World popped up and then, so I'm short one of those logos on the front stretch. So now I'm thinking what that should be. I think this should actually be the logo. This should actually be the Truck Series logo because it's right beside the start finish line, beside the, how big is this? Jeez. Well, okay. It's right beside the start finish logo, or start finish line, right beside the other logo, the Indies logo, which is going to be our race logo. So, let's beat the system here. And I'm trying to remember where, I think Pikes Peak had good grass overlays here. So I'm gonna. That's on grass, right? That's on grass in the game. Yeah, you can see that they grassed it. So we'll do our own grass trick. And grab our own background. Change it so it's a little bit. I mean, they use transparency maps for this, and let's let's go with the transparency maps this time, because we've been really relying on, hey, forget the transparency maps, let's just use the transparency color. But let's add this other weapon in our repertoire, because it's apparently used for a reason. The transparency maps, and I've found a way not to have to deal with them. And it's not like they're difficult, it's just an extra step I don't feel like doing all the time. Which we're gonna have to make this, we're gonna have to make a transparency map for this now. And it's just a pain in the butt. In that case, we'll just go like that. And we'll ping that. I didn't say where I wanted it to. There you go. And then color overlay white underscore TI. And that's going to be our, yeah, that's going to be our transparency map for that. And we'll see how that goes. We don't need you because we put you to the desktop. Let's save you. That's going to pop up now in here, right there. And actually save it like that so we know that that's that logo. And we don't need the Camping World stuff. Next up is TSD IndyCar. And this is actually almost perfect. You can see how much, like, you know, our grass trick, it's kind of what these look like. But they do a better job of it. So, we have our Shroot Farms race logo right here, which is huge. And we'll center that puppy. I'm guessing that's centered. And then grab our grass overlay, which it didn't grab it. Grabbed. Okay, come on. There we go. Drop that in there. And we got a grass overlay on that. And we need, we're doing transparency maps for these, so we'll just go all black behind it. And these are all straight lines pretty much, so this is probably going to be one of the better looking logos that go into the game because there's really no transparent, semi-transparent pixels anywhere. We'll save that, and then we will save a transparency map. And then that's done. Pikes, we don't need pikes anymore. Nazareth. IndyCar, we don't need those anymore. Okay, TSD K&N series. Oh, Dunder Mifflin logo again. That's fine. Because hey, this is the Dunder Mifflin stretch of the season. With Nazareth and Pocono back to back. This one might not look pretty because we're gonna make this bigger and it's gonna get real pixelated. Yeah, it's real pixelated around the edges. So we may not use the transparency map for this one just because it's gonna look rough. But let's do it, and I'll show you why that's why that's gonna look like poo. So there's the grass behind it. We'll see. I think there's gonna be like a black border around it. It's just not gonna look good. But actually, let's beat the system here and just change it to green. We'll see this green. I'm trying to remember what that green actually looks like. There's no way to really tell. I'm trying to find our puke green. Where would puke green be? Something like that. So we'll use that. And then change this all to white and give it a black background. And there's our transparency map for that. And TSD K&N series is done. Monster Energy, that's just getting changed to NASCAR. You can't even tell where this ends. If we were perfectionists, we'd go see how big this is. 947. Okay. Getting fast. I mean, if you remember when we first started doing this stuff, we were definitely learning stuff along the way. We'll grab this black. Put that black behind there. That's our TSD monster. But then we need a transparency map. And there we go. That's saved, and we don't need the TSD monsters anymore. TSD Wayland. I've been making a lot of moves here. Oh, we gotta go grab that score tower too. The Goodyear. We did the race logo, Monster Cup. We did. We haven't done Xfinity yet. Wait a minute. I had Wayland as Dunder or as Craftsman Truck Series, but I already made that one. So there's like an extra. We need an extra logo here. I don't know, but let's go grab this one. TSD Wayland or Xfinity. This is going to be Xfinity. So this is actually the one that we need. We need to come up with something here. And I mean, let's go with what we were thinking about earlier, the sharper image. And pretty sure that like we'll be able to get away with this because I think sharper image is just white on black logo. black on white. No, yeah, white on black, that's good. So we'll just use that. I mean, this is going to take 5 seconds. We'll go black here. But we need our grass. Come on, drop in there. Why aren't you dropping in there? We really, it's too bright. The sharper image is just too bright. So we'll bring that down a touch. We're just not picking up the grass on this sharper image white. But we are on the black, which is good. And we don't even need a transparency map for this because we're just going to have this as the black, you know, the square taking up the entire thing. So I think I said that was going to go fast and it didn't at all. Let's save that. TSD Whalen is done. And then Xfinity is just Xfinity series, which I actually had that open, Pikes Peak. We can just grab all that. It's perfect. What was this, 947 the other ones were? And we'll make sure this is lined up with that as well. And then make that black. Get out of here. Transparency map. And Xfinity is done. So we plowed through those. We'll see how those transparency maps end up looking. How they end up looking. Feels like I didn't save one. There were 6 logos, weren't there? I'm saving them all to make sure that we grabbed them all. Oh, I never saved Xfinity, that's why. So, didn't follow my system. And I kept some of those white, no problem. But, we took care of Whalen. We took care of the Xfinity series. We took care of Monster. Took care of K&N. Yeah, that's done. And then we got to do... we did the Monster billboard. That's done. We got to do the Coke Yoo-Hoo bottle, the bridge, the spinning Goodyear, and the Victory Lane. And we got everything here, but we got to go find that Goodyear. I never grabbed it. Come on, double click. There you go. You can see there's things in here for days. Let's go to a obvious score tower. There it is. Good. Score tower is going to be I don't know. I'm trying to think of what possible MIP numbers it could be, and I don't know. 10-10-3-1 and it's gonna suck because I don't know exactly where those cut off, and you see there's some weirdness going on up here. It has something to do with it spinning, you know. we're just gonna assume that because this bleeds off what is seemingly the edge here, and then this is wild. I think the white is gonna be, or this black line, and then this white up here. That's gonna be the cutoffs. But then we have to know exactly how much room we have to work with on the top and bottom. But at the same time, not really. It's just gonna be a maroon color, 10-10-3-1. It's gonna be a maroon color with the race logo. Ten, 3, 1. And we'll go score tower. We'll grab this, throw this in our folder, and then do this here. We're actually gonna go. We're gonna go check this out in the game, just to be sure. 20 seconds of work right now might save us a lot of trouble. I'm looking for just for any weirdness whatsoever. And there really isn't. It's just... I mean, you can see it doesn't even line up. So... I think we'll be fine. I mean, we're covering it with, you know, that maroon shroot color, so this shouldn't be a problem. Let's go grab our logo. This will end up being white because the logo is maroon. Not a big deal. Let's not fret. Look out. Tablet. Hang on to her. And what sucks is not really known if these are going to be centered. Come on, man. There's really no way to know. The best thing we can do is actually just center it on, you know, the Goodyear of what's on there right now, you know. It's really our best strategy. That looks pretty good. And then we will just put a white overlay over the whole thing. But obviously grab our off-white, which ended up being brighter. What? Yeah. Or maybe black? Let's try black. But then this black of the scoreboard doesn't match up. Like, we'd want that color to be the same. So let's do that. That goes against our theory of using pure black colors, but whatever. Goodyear's done. Then we got to do the Coke bottle and the bridge. And we've been saving the bridge. Let's actually go back to Pikes Peak because we had the Yoo-Hoo bottle here. And let's see what kind of work we got to do. God, I don't know. Looks like we got a lot of work to do. But then also, if you remember, let's go back in. Because we want to, if you remember Pikes Peak, the Coors Light, you know, the logo on the Coors Light can didn't show up in the turn like we wanted it to. And we just saw like poop. when we were going into the turn. So let's see exactly what we're looking at when we go through the turn. Basically the bottom of the Coke. Basically bottom of Coke is what we're looking at in the turn. And we'll try to see what we see in the rear view here as well. Give me the end car, come on. Or do we even see the... I'm wondering if we'll even see the Coke can in the rear view. Barely. We barely see it. And it disappears. So we will... Basically this has to be right here. Then we'd really have to stretch out the Yoo-hoo. To lengths that it's never seen. So maybe something like this, but then golly. Let's use our rectangle trick. See if we can steal some. Oh, what did I do here? Oh, I moved that over too much. There we go. Yeah, we're bending the rules some. Because what we're gonna do here is not that. I want to stretch this out. Oh, that ended up matching pretty close to that. That was the game plan. But we need to get rid of that Yoo-hoo. Oh, that's the whole thing, though. We need to get rid of that. The edge of the Y. So we're in good shape there. Now we can just stretch this. We should be able to stretch this whole thing. Yeah. But now it matches for piss now. Just don't tell anybody. that's we're rocking and rolling with that. And then we'll do the Coke. We'll do the top, which seems like it's just going to be a symmetrical circle. And the top of Yoo-hoo is yellow. We'll grab that. There's no transparency color that I've seen anywhere. So that's good. Coke label and Coke top, we're good. And we got to do Victory Lane and the bridge. All right, let's do Victory Lane now. And we'll save that right now. We don't need all this stuff we just made. We'll get the it's such a massive logo. I'm guessing that's pretty much centered. But we could make it, we could be be sure that it's centered. Right there. So that's good. And then a couple of Truck Series logos. I just thought of an idea. We'll do this 20.3 away from the edge. That's good, right there. Office interview background. Yeah. We'll drop that into that. And then we'll dull it a little bit. Like that. But that's done, but then we need the ladies. And we're gonna miss Angela's feet. How tall should they be here? I don't know. I don't really I don't really know. There you go. That'll be fun. We'll never see it again. Maybe we'll see it on pit road if we pit near it, but that's about it. Oh, now the bridge. Here we go. Oh, we've come full circle. You remember when we dealt with that bridge in at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park?
Drivers, to your cars.
Let's see exactly what we're dealing with. Okay, it's dark over here. Screenshot. And then we have the top is light. And then this other side is just lighter. Something to do with the sun, I take it. So, yeah, this is one side, and then this, and all this is the top. And then this is the other side. So, okay, so we want to keep the Nazareth stuff. We want to keep the Nazareth Speedway. So let's go find a nice Nazareth Speedway logo. That's filth right there. Oh, a vector logo. Vector logos are always good, but what is this site? Worldvectorlogo.com. And connection refused. So no problem. Let's just go. You can't save an SVG file, so I'm going to screenshot that. And we'll have to make some moves in our Photoshop-esque program. Not a problem. Let's really bump up the... What? This will be fine, because this is all going to be one color. And it's going to be much smaller. How much smaller? Very much smaller. Pretty much perfect right there. And we just have to remember to change the color of that, no problem. So now, man, this is kind of busy. The shading on this is a little bit different. Like, there's like gradients involved. I don't know where that gradient is at. Like this, I don't know what this is right here. But let's just follow the formula. We're gonna grab the Shroot red. Or maroon, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's gonna look cool. We might actually just keep that brown, silver, rather than make it all white. That actually looks good against that maroon. Got news for you. So, whatever's going on with this rectangle here, it's like a little bit darker. I don't know what that's all about, so we'll just make it a little bit darker. So we got our color here. Man, we could have saved ourselves so much of a headache if that original Canadian Tire bridge was had the shading like this, so we knew exactly where the top, bottoms, and sides were, because it seems like it's pretty much the same template as those. And then we'll bring you over here. That should line up on the money pretty much. Not on the money, a little off the money. That's fine. Let's make sure the height is good. Okay. Now we got to figure out what the hell's going on with this gradient situation. Definitely goes darker to lighter. Pretty much flip that. Reverse it. That's pretty much what that's doing. Something like that. And I'm pretty sure that gradient is over top of everything. We should just be able to move this back on there perfectly. Is that right? Is that how that ended up? What am I missing? Huh? Because this blue lines up, lines up, lines up, and then it stops lining up. Why is that? Oh, because this moves over one. There we go. Looks like there's a gap there, but there is not a gap there right now. So we have that done, and then we need a lighter. Let's move this back down to the bottom. We need a lighter, a much lighter maroon here. How much lighter? I don't know. I don't know what this should look like. I guess. And let's beat the system. Copy all these. Bring them up here. And flip it. That didn't work at all. Three, two, one. Yeah, it's pretty much on the money. And these three are damn. I mean, we're losing. Wait a minute. No, I want this. Why isn't this grabbing that? There we go. Why did I grab that? Trying to remember where I was going with that. But this has to be darker. It's basically these three have to be basically in the middle between the, you know what I'm saying? The average of these two colors. There's a way to do that. I forget. That's not it. No. Let's take a look at what they're doing here. So you can see it's, I mean, that top is like real light. So, I mean, oh, that really does not want to grab that from that far away. This, we will make this color. But darken it some. Darken it just... Oh. You lose exactly... You lose exactly where... It's getting brighter, you know? Ah, damn it. Let's start from the beginning. That's darker. And then let's switch the wheel. Let's not use the wheel. There should be a way to change this. Change the red. There we go. we'll make that, and then really change the red on this. No, that would you would have to change the white. Damn it. So, regroup. Bring us back. That's the same color as that. RGB. That's not gonna work. Okay, that gets brighter. So we'll do that. That's at 43. Ugh. And we'll bring that up. That might be the trick. That might be the ticket. So now we have let's line up our Nazareths, which we're doing kind of blind here, but it's not a problem because we know they're pretty much the same exact size. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much on the money. Man, that brown or that silver looks good. And then we want Shroot Farms just plastered across here. And we'll actually go grab the font, which I just made up. Like I'm not sure there's even a logo for Shroot Farms. Shroot Farms, and let's see if we can bring in the beats. They're gonna have to be really small. Let's get rid of Shroot Farms here. What are you yelling about, phone? Where are we at here? 100%. That should look good. But I don't know what that white is right there. Let's export this right now and see what this actually looks like. Yeah, that white is there. I don't know what the hell that is. I think it has something to do with the outline of the logo. That'll do the trick. And then we'll bring this over here. That's 72.1 from that edge. 73. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. And Shroot Farms. Bring all this, paste it, flip it, bring it over on the other side. Don't need that anymore. Let's bring everything back in. So that's our new bridge. Yes, we'll replace what we just made. Okay. So I think I can exit that out. We don't need that anymore. We can exit. Get rid of you. Don't need you. Don't need you. What else do I want to do? Series flagger. I wanted to drop in. We'll see what this does. We're gonna drop our series flagger into Nazareth, because they used that one and then they used another one, and I wrote it down somewhere. TV cam OPD was another like official TV cam OPD. TV cam _ OPD. So series flagger. Where'd that go? TV cam _ OPD. So hopefully that's gonna grab all. That's gonna fix all that. All right, now home stretch MIPing. All right, then we're gonna start bit mapping, and we got to remember which ones have transparency maps, which ones don't. But it's gonna be pretty self-explanatory. Because the ones that we don't have a transparency map for, won't ask for them. WinMip won't ask for them. Sharper image, we don't have a transparency map for that one. That was like the outlier, I remember. And we have the score tower, our Coke can, our Coke top, Victory Lane, Red Bridge. And what happened to our score tower? Or did we already do that? Yeah, we did. So I'm pretty sure that's all of them. And then we'll start MIPing. I'll try to keep this there so I don't have to open that up every bleeping time. Coke label 10333. Coke top 81031. Good, nice. And we don't have any track mat stuff to worry about. Why did that save all the way down here? I don't know. Coke top, Shroot Bridge 111034. Gotta MIP it and then bring it back over and do it again. 111034. Transparency color. SBB 101031. No transparency color that I'm aware of. Score tower 101031. No transparency color to speak of. And we get into friggin' Vietnam down here with all these TSDs and transparency maps. And what is this? Camping World is the same as the other ones. 10704. And it grabbed the transparency map, so we're in good shape there. TSD IndyCar 9704. And it has a transparency map. We'll save you. IndyCar's done. KN series 10704. Man, I don't know why these all are different. Monster 10704. Wait, 10704. And this is getting unwieldy, so let's close her up, open her up again. 10704 Xfinity, same thing, 10704. feeling like something's gonna go wrong here. 10-10-3-3 transparency color, and we are done. We think. I'm thinking we crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's. And those are all the MIPs that we made, right? Oh shit, here we go. Oh no, there's one down there. Hang on. Right there. You sneaky bastard. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the first thing we'll see. Probably the scoreboard movement. As in, not what we're going to first check, but just the first thing we'll see when we load the track, and it's going to be that. There's Jurassic Park. There's our Nazareth Farms. That looks fine. Dunder Mifflin, you can see that green. You know that green we put around there? You can see it there. Because I knew if we that would all be black right now. So that looks good against that green. Sharper image, that solid black. That looks freaking good. I mean, that's just a small ass logo. I wish it was bigger. That's fine. Craftsman Truck Series. Looks like we could angle it a little bit differently, but that looks fine. NASCAR Cup Series looks good. Xfinity Series looks good. All right. And we'll go check out the... I mean, that was... Let's see if we got Ric Flair up here. Yes, we do. Oh. Okay, they're a little too big. They're a little too tall. They're like giants. I just didn't know how big to make them. But guess what? They're staying. They're staying that way. And so we pretty much nailed everything, and we were able to put Ric Flair in here, but his pants are all jacked up. Whatever. Dunder Mifflin board that we changed looks good. And then let's fittingly, let's ride with Dwight. Check out the bridge. Oh man. And we'll ride along here and see how it looks. And we got to check out the Yoo-Hoo bottle, which I just saw in the rear view. But yeah, Dunder Mifflin sign looks good. That's great. That bridge looks good. We took our time with it. A little bit bright on the back end here, but I mean we followed the formula to the best of our knowledge. And then the Yoo-Hoo bottle, you can see the Yoo-Hoo exactly how we wanted it to, and then looking at it in the rear view, you can't tell that we junked up the one side of it. So that's Nazareth, man. Amazing. But the one thing that we didn't do yet, we can actually get rid of all that. This is one of my favorite parts. Just getting rid of all that. Nailing a track mipping. Fantastic. But the last thing we wanted to do is change this. And we actually got to drop this into Nazareth as well, because it uses its own. It's weird. But we're changing this boogity to something. I don't know what yet. Let's do... this. Let's bring NASCAR here. That's not what I want to do. I want to do this. And maybe make this our black. Make the NASCAR logo green. I don't think there's anything. I don't think anything's gonna look good here. Let's abandon the green. Let's actually let's keep tell you what. I got an idea. Didn't mean to go up that high on that. But that's invisible. Bring that in there. Get rid of those. Make another one. And actually, like, make these bigger. To where they eat up the rest of the board, you know. And then drop that into that rectangle. Ugh. It would look good if the blue wasn't so wide. But making it thinner, we lose the actual perpendicular attitude of it. Perpendicularness? I don't know. Damn it. Let's bring you back out here, and then let's just make 3 same sized things here. That looks pretty on the nose there. Blue. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That ended up being a good estimate there. And this will be red. And this will be yellow. Come on, come on. How are you gonna look? No good. It just doesn't look. It doesn't look how I want it to look. Maybe bring them closer together. That looks okay. Truck LED 1, and we're shutting everything down. We are gonna throw this in, save as a bitmap, and now we gotta go into our MIPS and find where this is at. This is just chaos here. Definitely no good way to... Truck LED 1, 10631. Ah, it's bright. (10.631) didn't have a transparency color, and we're dropping this into shared, but then we also have to drop it into Nazareth, and we'll see how it looks at Nazareth, and then see how it looks at some other tracks. And there's no guarantee that even this is gonna even pop up on in Nazareth, but I'm pretty sure it will. And we'll probably redesign the truck too. Give it a nice paint job. Alright, I see it already. So it worked. Oh, yeah. That looks good. We'd have to change the actual front of the truck. The cab. But at any other track, I know for sure it's at I know there's one at Bristol and there's one at Michigan. I know there's one at Michigan because this was a hotbed of activity for a while for us. Oh, and it's near the this side. Oh, it's under caution right now. So let's accelerate. There you go. We've made a lot of progress. In case you didn't know, this is a NASCAR. We're at a NASCAR race. Yeah, this truck design was kind of a placeholder. We can definitely revisit that. There's 4 friggin' frames. But that's all she wrote. Man, this was so long ago doing this thing. That looks good. And those guys are going to be over on this side, checking out the race. So there you have it. There's Nazareth. We have one more video left in our MIP journey. Oh, here you go. Forgot about this. Sydney Sweeney. The Sydney Sweeney 160 at Michigan. And this was another track that I kind of touched up and finished. Or not finished, but just added things to it. Added some different billboards over here. DuPont, Craftsman Truck Series, Sydney Sweeney, Blue Coral, I Buy Power. Big NASCAR logo. Superflow stuff. And that NASCAR logo actually looks really, really good coming out of turn 2. You'll see it here. Oh, man. But yeah, awesome. I mean, we were able to dig in, and hopefully, if you're into this stuff, you've learned a lot here, and you can kind of fly through MIPing now. But yeah, the NASCAR logo, the big NASCAR sign coming out of 2 here looks pretty cool right there. Excellent. All right, like I said, one more video to do. Big Darlington might be a 2-parter because we got a lot to do at Darlington. So, but I'm looking forward to it. All right, thanks for watching.